welcome to the Creekside Baseball Park here for Heart of America Conference baseball play between the Clarke Pride and the Mid-America Nazarene University Pioneers. I am Jack Hancock alongside Chad Jenkins bringing you today's coverage.
Pioneers won game one, 5-4. Great performance from Zach Trevino. His third win?
Third win, yeah.
You say 3-1?
3-1, moves to 3-1.
He worked in and out of trouble, wasn't helped very much by his defense, and really gutted through a nice 5-4 victory. It was more dominant than 4 runs would indicate, but a couple of unearned runs in there, and he was in complete control most of the way. Game 2, looks like we're starting Noah Castillo, and Clarke is starting Rhodey. I think Rhodey is, I recognize that name. I think he might be a veteran stud.
He's 3-1, 3 wins, 1 loss, 3 ERA. He's faced given off 24 hits and 27 innings pitched with
46
strikeouts.
Yeah,
So
he's good.
It's gonna be a tough one for the Pioneers, especially with this weather. You know, we thought the weather would affect the first game though against Tyson Tucker, and it didn't.
Yeah, 9 runs scored that game. But this is not going to be a good run-scoring environment for the Pioneers anyway. Noah Castillo on the mound for the Pioneers. A little bit different lineup from game 1. The defense for the Pioneers, Castillo on the mound, Hamilton behind the plate, Frank Vogel at first, Dio Cornette at second, Javi Melendez at third, Bryson Sherwood at short, Sean Maple in left, Drew Woodley in center, Joey Calamayo gets the start in right.
Be interesting to see Calamayo. He's coming in batting 143 on the season, but hopefully defensively, you know, maybe these adjustments will help the Pioneers out.
And he's Joey Juice, man. He's got some pop. He had a homer in the World Series last year. He might get a hold of one. Noah Castillo on the season. Tough luck 0-4 in 5 starts, 3 starts, 5 appearances. A 5.54 ERA, 13 innings pitched, 17 hits, 17 strikeouts, and opponents hitting .288. So the behind-the-scenes numbers are okay for Castillo, but still hasn't picked up a win.
And, you know, the Pioneers led in large part last game by Bryson Hamilton. Absolutely just a gorgeous double into left field. Brought in 2 runs. And then also Sean Maple had a double and a single, an RBI, and then walked. So it should be a pretty good one between these two teams today. Very curious to see how the Pioneers hit off this new pitcher. And for Clarke, you know, they struggled to get hits. Paul Von Zabore had 2 hits and 2 runs. He's not playing in this game. Johnny Blake, though, he had 2 singles. He's 2 for 3 in his last game with a stolen base and a run. And he will be getting the start at first base for the Pride. So leading off will be Victor Laura, who last game was 1 for 3 with an RBI. Be very curious to see what happens here in this first at bat from Castillo.
Rhodey was a reliever all last year.
Interesting. So Castillo's first pitch,
Ball 1,
is going to be a ball. Here's the second pitch from Castillo, the 1-0, hit high. Calling him off is Dio Cornette, who gets there and falls. He's down.
Zoom in on that. What happened there? Is that Woodley and Dio collided? Woodley's going to take the brunt of that one, as Dio's very huge. Who caught it, actually?
It was, I believe it was Dio.
Oh, yeah. Woodley got him good.
Both seem to be okay as they get up there.
Cornette is excellent at tough pop-ups. He proved that last year. I want to see both bases. So take it out a little bit. Perfect. And tip it up a little bit. And then to the right a little bit. Right there. You're good.
So a fly out there to, was it Dio Cornette caught that one? As this one's hit past Javier Melendez, and Sherwood can't get to it. Give him a hit on that one, I think.
Yeah, base hit for a
Base hit
two-hole.
for Greg Bennett. Bennett, who in the last contest was hitless, wound up with 3 at-bats and 2 strikeouts, so good start for him there as Bubba Thompson comes into the plate now. Also, 4 at-bats, no hits. Things coming off his bat. The ball's coming off his bat. Found Drew Woodley's glove like a magnet. I mean, flew out to center twice. It's great defensively by Drew Woodley in center field. You know, the outfield last game, they held their own. They did pretty well defensively. As this one's to Javier Melendez.
Was the runner? Runner must have been going. That's why.
Gives the throw over to Vogel. Getting that out. And Brendan O'Connor up to bat now.
Yeah, the runner was moving on that pitch. Otherwise, that's an easy 5-4-3 double play. So good job by Clarke to stay out of that. And runner in scoring position with 2 outs for the 4-hole.
So O'Connor had a single in the last game and a stolen base. So far in the season, hitting .222.
Fouled away.
With 5 RBIs and a home run. Likely, again, not going to see very many home runs today with these wins coming out of the center field.
Castillo features a really nice changeup. If he can get ahead of hitters, he can put you away.
15-mile-per-hour winds out of the northwest. And it's just going to get windier during the game.
And it is cold, low 40s.
Gusts of 25 miles per hour.
Awesome.
So, definitely a pitcher's environment here today. As this one's hit over to, gets past Sherwood and Melendez, and Greg Bennett is in safe at home. On that RBI single from Brendan O'Connor, and then he advanced to second on the throw from Sean Maple from left field. So that's 2 balls that have gotten past Melendez and Sherwood over there on the left side.
Just perfectly, right an inch away from both of their gloves. Good throw from Maple on left, just a little late.
Almost got Bennett at home, though, but it's going to be an O'Connor single and an RBI as Jose Perez is up to bat now. Perez was the DH in the last one, didn't get a hit, walked in the second inning, struck out twice. Now, in this game, playing second base. So, taunting Castillo at second. There's Brendan O'Connor as this one's popped up into foul territory. Going for it is Maple, and it's foul. And there are those gusts that we were talking about. Oh my goodness, it's a chilly one.
What's up? No. Oh, go for it. Zach Trevino in the house.
Great outing from him in his last game.
And about to have some more outing. We'll just leave it at that. What's the count?
0-2
Okay.
to Jose Perez.
I had 1 ball. Is it 0-2? How did they know it was up here?
So here comes the pitch to Perez. Bit outside, or inside. It's going to be good for a ball. Ball 1. 1-2 now.
What do you have for a count, Anna? 1 and 2? I don't know what I'm doing. Throw a nasty changeup right here.
And this one hit into center field. Is Woodley there? He is. Woodley makes the catch to retire the side with 2 hits and only 1 run scored. One stranded over there at second base was Brendan O'Connor. And not necessarily the start that Castillo wanted, but hopefully the Pioneer offense will be able to fire right back.
lineup for the Pioneers in Game 2. Maple in left, Sherwood at short, Melendez at third, Castillo on the mound / DH, Cornett at second, Woodley in center, Vogel at first, Bryson Hamilton behind the plate, Joey Calamayo in right. So no McMahon today as Castillo DHs and Calamayo in right. McMahon will be available off the bench. Plus, we're facing a stud strikeout artist lefty today. It's a good opportunity to leave McMahon for a better matchup later in the game.
Absolutely. You know, this Isaac Rode, he's great with his strikeouts. He's got 46, leads the team. And, 46 strikeouts in 27 innings pitched is,
yeah,
I mean,
that's huge. He was a second-team all-conference performer last year, 20 games in relief. He was 4-2 with 6 saves and a 0.96 ERA over 47 innings. How was that second-team all-conference?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, because our closer was like twice as good as that. Nathan Torres, who now coaches third, had 14 saves and a 0 ERA at the time all-conference was announced. He allowed 2 earned runs all season, and that was at Oklahoma City when the best player in the world, Cross Factor, took him deep.
I think this putting Rode into this starting position has definitely proved beneficial for Clarke. 3 of the 4 games he's started were wins. In 4 games, getting 27 innings.
What's the BA against?
The batting average against him is .233.
Yeah, so he's obviously nasty. It's going to be tough sledding for the Pioneers.
He's averaging 1.75 strikeouts an inning. I mean, that's
really
insane.
That's really
this
good.
one's inside, though, to Sean Maple.
That's Josh Hader territory.
So Maple went 2 for 3 in his last game with a double and then a single and RBI single, 2 runs. As we've got 1-1 to him now.
That was something nasty off speed that Maple never really saw. 1-2 count.
Here comes the 1-2.
Wow.
Swing and a miss, and there's that strikeout.
I don't know what that is. Could be a split, change-up. Bryson Sherwood usually hangs in really good against lefties, but this will be a super tough task.
Be a tough one for Sherwood here, who's hitting now. One hit on the day, hoping to get a second, but man, it'll be tough against Rode. Little submarine style pitching there from Rode. A big sidearm.
Yeah. No fun.
Not fun, and probably, hurts the elbow over time.
Maybe. Couldn't tell you. It hurt my elbow to throw normally, so I don't think it matters.
Not a very high kick up on
Leg
the
kick.
on the approach there. Castillo kicks out pretty far, and a lot of these guys they bring their knees up above the hip, but not Rode, and it's working as he's struck out the first 2 Pioneer batters he's faced. So Javier Melendez will now have the difficult task of hoping to get a hit for the Pioneers.
Well, I mean, this is what we expected. The first time through, the guys are going to have to get a good look at this. I mean, he's got a funky delivery. He's got great stuff. And
he has this one in there for strike 1.
When you have a weird delivery, great stuff, and good command, you're not going to get hit. That's the definition of great pitching. So the Pioneers are going to have to get a good look at him first time through. Hopefully second time through, have a better opportunity, and then someone can juice one after a walk or an error or something. How about that?
Sherwood
oh, just foul.
Got that, or Melendez got that one just foul, though. So it's 1-2 now. Barely foul.
You know who I like as a matchup in this game, for some odd reason, is Bryson Hamilton.
I agree.
Hamilton can hit lefties really well. Even though his season numbers aren't fantastic, he had a nice double in the first game, And he does hang in there really well against lefties. That's kind of his specialty. So keep an eye on that. If we can.
This one popped into center field, or left center, and Crowder's going to call him off and retire the side there. 3 up, 3 down, 2 strikeouts.
Encouraging, though. Melendez had 2 good swings there against Bodie? What's his name?
Isaac Rode.
Rode. So 2 good swings from Melendez. So look for Cornette and Hamilton and Melendez to maybe do some damage.
So the due-up for the Pride, you're going to have Johnny Blake, then Kainoa Torres, and Thomas Brannon. Brannon did not get the start in the first game. He's hitting .400 on the season. He's only had 5 at-bats, but 2 hits in his 5 at-bats, and a walk, as well as a strikeout. So, relatively decent numbers.
That's a good start. What do you want?
And Kainoa Torres came in the last game, got an RBI. He's from Hawaii, hitting .167 on the season, 2 hits in his 12 at-bats. Coming into today, obviously that's changed a bit since the first game. So Castillo on the mound, hoping to shake off whatever the first inning funk was and get some magic going for the Pioneers here, and hope this defense can stay on top of things.
Where's Castillo from? Another California kid, right? Whittier?
Yeah, Whittier, California.
Sleeves and a ski mask.
Same look as Trevino took in that first game. And so now up will be Johnny Blake from Dubuque, Iowa. He's a junior. He bats lefty but throws righty.
Just like yours truly.
I wonder which hand he writes with.
Who's to know?
Gets all of this one into left field. It's going to go foul, but Maple's going to get there to not make the catch. I think he dropped it. Can't quite see over there, or maybe he made the catch, or it was foul. We can't really see over there.
We don't know. Looks like this guy's he's coming back to hit, though, so I think it's just a strike.
Looks like it was a foul ball. He didn't get a glove on it. And so now it is 0-1 to Blake.
Sight lines were not the first priority in this design of this baseball facility.
Most definitely not. As this one looked at for strike 2, Castillo throwing that one right by him. And now the 0-2. This one grounded over to Dio Cornette. Gonna get that and give it over to Frank Vogel to get the first out of the inning for the Pioneers. Now up to bat, Kainoa Torres. We talked about his hair earlier. He had his helmet off. The hair was flowing. He looked really cool. And now he's going to be up to bat. DH for this game. Came in as a pinch hitter in the last one. Got an RBI, though, and got some magic working for the Pride, as this one's right by him for strike 1. You know, Castillo's got 17 strikeouts on the season in his 13 innings pitched. It's a decent ratio of strikeouts to innings pitched, but
that's good. Just hasn't gotten the win. He's faced some tough competition and run into some bad luck. Pioneer offense failed him. Let's get a win. Let's get a victory today.
And this one hit into center field. Woodley's tracking it and gets it.
He's been busy today.
He really has. That's
like 5 or 6. 7, 9, 48.
It's his 6th on the day. Hasn't dropped any yet, knock on wood. Shouldn't have said that, but
He won't drop any. He's a solid outfielder.
it's a solid center fielder. As Thomas Brannon, in his 6th at-bat on the season, takes that one for strike 1. So he's behind the plate today for Clarke. He's catching for Isaac Rohde, who's, man, is he electric.
Yeah, he's nice. Nice pitcher to have.
This one's swing and a miss, strike 2. So now the 0-2.
Let's have a look at this Noah Castillo changeup right here. Fastball away, I think, was the call from Hamilton.
It was indeed, but just a bit too much away.
Yeah.
That one's 1 and 2.
Here's the changeup. Well, that's nasty. That may have been a slider. I'll quit pretending like I know what I'm talking about. It's hard to see Hamilton's signals. He's kind of in a shadow.
Maybe the changeup will come here 2-2. You know, you think you want to know.
That was gas.
Bringing him a heater.
Yep.
Now I think you hit him with the
Here you go.
maybe the inside changeup.
Now's the changeup. I don't even know if the location's going to matter unless it's up. Don't leave it up. That looked like he wiggled 4 fingers. That's usually the universal changeup sign. Yep.
Fouls it off.
Stayed alive.
Barely got a piece of that one.
Who's the dugout that's being so loud? Pioneers usually aren't that chirpy. Whoops.
Inside, buzzing the tower on that one.
Oh, breaking ball got away from Castillo there, full count.
Could be Park and William Penn over there on the field and right, on the field just right of us. Tied 1-1, top of the 3rd.
Nice at bat. 0-2 to a walk.
Gonna call a walk there. And now Kieran Crowder.
He's waving at us, pointing at first. Courtesy runner or pinch runner? Was it the catcher that just reached?
It was.
Oh, okay. So we'll find that number in a second.
First pitch to Crowder's a strike. Crowder did not play in the first game.
0?
Is it 0? Could be Andrew Swartz over there on first base.
It is. And he steals second.
And safely in there at second. Crowder, he's hitting 154 on the season, 2 hits and 13 at-bats with 4 RBIs and a home run, as well as 2 runs. So he scored on both of his hits. Obviously, with a home run, you score on one of your hits, but this one hit deep into right field.
Fair ball.
Fair ball, and Joey Calamayo gets it. Great job by Calamayo there in right field as we're going to head into the Pioneer half of the inning. Hopefully the Pioneers will be able to get something going. They're going to face Castillo, Dio Cornett, and Drew Woodley.
Yes.
So Castillo last game was not necessarily his game.
No, 0 for 4, right?
It was 0 for 3.
You get a walk or the
No, only faced 3 times as Javier Melendez ended because he was caught stealing during his at-bat.
Oh, that's right.
Or Sean Maple. So Castillo didn't get a hit. Cornett had 1 hit, 1 for 3, and then I forgot who I said was hitting next. Oh, Woodley.
Woodley had a couple of reaches, right? A walk and an HVP.
Walked, got hit, reached third, and scored one of them. So hoping he will be able to do something similar in this outing.
Pioneer fans who have been used to watching this team over the last few years, this isn't a team that's going to score 10 runs a game like we've been used to. So it's going to come down to a few key at-bats every game instead of, 9 key at-bats every game like we used to have.
Absolutely.
Everyone just was so productive the last couple of years. Literally averaged 10 runs a game and in 7-inning games.
Let's see what Castillo can do here. This one, bit inside, but a strike.
Yeah, he's been filling up the zone on strike one and then getting the hitters on their heels.
This one fouled off.
Get ahead, stay ahead, attack the strike zone, and he has been good so far.
Boy, has he. So he's, what do you think, like a low and away breaking ball here at 0-2.
Yep. Castillo was tracking along with you and stayed off it.
That's one of the things that does benefit Castillo in the batting box. He's got that pitcher mindset of knowing what pitchers like to do. Obviously a lot of players have, by this point in their athletic careers, this one's hit into left field and foul. They know what pitchers are going to do, and Castillo, he's able to really know what people are going to do.
Yep, think along with them. That's the kind of hitter I was. I was always trying to guess what the pitcher was going to throw. I was a catcher, so I always told the pitcher what to throw. So on the other side of it, I was trying to guess what I would call.
Absolutely helps in that mindset. As Castillo rips this one into left center field, and Crowder is there to catch that one. But hey, solid contact from Castillo. I think without this wind, it could have been
sure,
maybe.
Yeah, this is
off
just
the fence.
It's not going to be a run-scoring environment. We've established that. We're going to have to string some hits together and steal some bases and take advantage of some errors. You're not going to be juicing balls in the gap over and over.
Dio Cornette hits this one. He's very unhappy after that one, and he flies out. Pop fly to the shortstop there. Bubba Thompson. Cornette not happy with his contact on that swing, as Drew Woodley in the batter's box now.
Well, I think he got the pitch he was expecting, and when you miss those ones, that's really frustrating. When you're looking for a pitch in a certain location and you get it and you put your best swing on it, pop it straight up. Ooh. Hitting so hard when you finally do what you're supposed to do, which is anticipate the pitch in your zone and attack it with a good swing. Those are the ones you need. You're only going to succeed 35% of the time.
This one grounded over there to Victor Laura, and Laura to Blake, retiring the side. So 6 up, 6 down.
No strikeouts that inning.
No strikeouts that inning.
Possibly can start getting better looks at Rhodey. If you're watching on Heart Network, go ahead and switch to YouTube. Is it even working? Yes. Monetization off. Gotta fix that. Gotta make that 18 cents.
And a special thank you to all of you who are joining us today on this this cold but partially cloudy, pretty sunny day here at the ballpark.
Yeah, it looks nice out here. It just doesn't feel nice.
I imagine that this park in the springtime, when those trees start to liven up, it's pretty beautiful.
Got trees in the background as well behind the center field can see. Get all that green and blowing in the wind.
And the outfield being a bit more of a green, less of a brown.
Right. And not at the 100 degrees of July and August.
Yeah.
Got to get that early spring mild weather from around here. That's a very girly thing to say, Anna. Anna likes the flowers. We all like flowers, let's just be honest. But
flowers are great.
I don't, I've never noticed anyone's landscaping. Okay.
So Victor Laura up to bat now. Flew out to second baseman his first at bat. Fouls this one off.
Bunts it foul. Back to the top of the lineup.
So Castillo only gave up 2 hits in the first inning and 1 run. So it's, not as necessarily high scoring as the last one, or definitely not as high scoring as the Central Methodist game.
No, how's that one going?
Let's check.
Any updates? It was 11-0 in the second last we checked. Those tend to snowball because you're not going to put in your ace relievers in that situation.
14-2 in the bottom of the 6th. This one's fouled off. Now
CMU has controlled this conference the last few years. They've won the conference tournament. Pioneers got the regular season crown last year. Sherwood on the backhand.
Sherwood and
nice play.
Over to Vogel. It was good defense there from the Pioneers.
Was that a Sarah Melodia cry from the behind the plate?
So they'll be playing Pioneers take on Central Methodist next weekend.
Yeah,
or I guess this
home.
Weekend, Friday and Saturday.
Hopefully our first actual home events. And we got you for some of that somewhere, right?
Yes.
PA? Or you're wasted on PA. Sorry about that. But there's only so much we can do.
Inside for a ball to Greg Bennett. Bennett scored in that first inning. He got that single and then came around fast from that single by Brendan O'Connor to get that run.
Yeah, Pioneers starting this Heart of America Conference schedule with the highest ranked team in Clarke and then the perennial champ in CMU.
So it'll be a tough start to Heart of America Conference play for the Pioneers, but 1 game down, Pioneers playing pretty well against this ranked nationally number 20 Clarke. This one a bit high. Be interesting to see who the Pioneers throw on the mound to start tomorrow.
Tyler Frieders is the new guy that we've been using on day 2. Got him swinging.
There's Castillo with that strikeout that we were talking about earlier. He's been doing pretty well this season, striking batters out, but he's just hasn't been on top of it. Bubba Thompson at the plate now. Grounded out to the third baseman in his first at-bat as this one's hit back and foul.
Yeah, the 3 Pioneer starters, Castillo, Frieders, and Trevino, are pretty much locked in. Then Bryce Brecklin has a couple starts, Ryan Wilwers, and that's it. Hurtado was the day 2 starter last year, but he's kind of been moved to the pen where he's been thriving.
And there is the DO to Frank Vogel connection and the out. 3 up, 3 down for the Pioneers there. That was a solid third inning. And for the Pioneers, we're going to be in the 7, 8, and 9. Frank Vogel, Bryson Hamilton, and Joey Calamayo. Bryson Hamilton will be very interesting to watch in his at-bat against Isaac Rohde.
Yeah, get some base runners on for him. That'll be a key moment. And we'll be right back.
This is Jack Hancock and Chad Jenkins welcoming you back to the Creekside Baseball Park here today for Heart of America Athletic Conference play between the Pioneers of Mid-America Nazarene and the Pride of Clarke University. So they've got Isaac Rohde on the mound for Clarke. He's gone 3 up, 3 down first 2 innings. Pioneers hoping to get a hit off of him or a walk or just get some action going.
Now, he averaged 13.4 strikeouts per 9 last year. This year, even better, 15.3.
I mean, that's incredible.
Yeah. Nolan Ryan was 9 point something, if you want context.
And this one hit hard by Frank Vogel into center field. It's going to get down in right center for a hit.
Huge to get a lefty with a base hit in a game like this.
That is exactly what you need if you're the Pioneers. You start, well, yes, it's a hit, but you're also starting to chip away at the mental level of the pitcher, trying to get into his head, get some people on, and that's huge in baseball. You gotta, it's such a mental sport. You gotta be able to win the mental game. As Bryson Hamilton looked for all of that one, but unable to get it.
Yeah. So here's the big key in the game. You got a runner for Hamilton who's done well against lefties. Now this isn't just any lefty, so.
Throwing over to maybe get Vogel over there at first. Can't get him. He's back in time. Vogel, no stolen bases, no attempts on the season, I would.
Yeah.
As this one off the bat of Hamilton into right center field. Gonna get down, and Vogel's gonna go 3.
Man, I just can't see through these windows. I don't know. Was that a misplay or anything, or did it just split the gap? 24
so
running.
Courtesy running is going to be Joshua Hinojos.
Hinojos.
Sending in another catcher to courtesy run for a catcher.
Yeah. He can move, Hinojos.
So we've got runners on the corners, no outs.
Joey Juice. Let's see.
Joey Calamario. Joey Calamayo. Not Calamari.
Close enough. Do you like calamari? You're fancy. You've had calamari before, haven't you?
I think the only time I've had calamari is airport calamari, which I don't,
Yeah.
I don't know if that counts.
Right.
Was
Now,
good,
this play that the Pioneers will probably run here is undefendable in baseball. The first and third bunt to the first baseman in this situation, kind of a safety squeeze.
Calamayo swings for that one. He wanted it.
Yeah,
So now it's 1-1. I think if there is a time to do that safety squeeze, it'd be now.
Yeah, I think they're going to let Joey take a hack and see where he's at, and then probably move into this bunt right here.
Well, he swings again.
Interesting.
An interesting take by Calamayo.
Well, I just would have thought they would have called it, but maybe it's too obvious too. I don't know.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. It's hard to get a bunt on those heaters, which Rhodey was throwing there.
Yeah, maybe he's not a good bunter. I don't even really
That's
know.
true.
It's possible.
Sean Maple up now. Struck out in his first appearance. Maybe he will do the squeeze attempt here. Gonna call time.
Yeah, Maple didn't get a very good look at Rhodey in his first at bat.
So you've got second baseman. Well, he was playing in a little bit, but now he's scooting back.
And again, I don't know what kind of bunter Maple is, but
Swing hit into center field. Bennett is there, and they're sending Vogel. Vogel's going to make it home.
nice.
And a nice little sacrifice fly for Sean Maple to the center fielder, getting the RBI. So, just to sure it was a Pride lead, the game's now tied up, 1-1.
Really nice work. The bottom of the order working a little rally here.
So Bryson Sherwood coming in, 2 outs, runner on first, gets it right through the gap between the second baseman and shortstop. Second baseman was playing a bit over it, it seemed like, towards first base.
Oh, another knock. 3 hits for the Pioneers this inning.
And that is the 3rd hit for the Pioneers. Yeah, that's
It's hard to string hits together against great pitching. And
absolutely. Javier Melendez up now. He got all of one, sent it to left field, hoping to do that, but keep it in and keep it down. He does just that into left center field. It is going to get down into the gap. They're going to send Bryson Hamilton home.
That's Hinojos.
Oh, Hinojos, the courtesy run. Yes, sorry about that.
Nice.
Hinojos is going to score. And the RBI hit from Javier Melendez. And the Pioneers are up. You know, they're really starting to get into the head of Isaac Rohde here.
Looks like, I mean, it's not like we're smashing the ball all over the yard, but you get dinking and dunking little hits, get runners on.
Just leaving things too high, leaving them, leaving not enough on them. And it's working for the Pioneers.
Boy, it'd be nice. Noah could split a gap here.
So Castillo up into deep center field. Bennett's going to be there. Greg Bennett retires the side, but not after the Pioneers score 2 runs on 4 hits, stranding 2 on base. So a pretty productive third inning for the Pioneers. You know, that's
absolutely. You're not going to string 5-run innings against great pitching. So they did what they could, and a nice rally or a nice manufactured run, and then a 2-out knock. 2-1 Pioneers.
If you're Coach Thompson, that's about all you can ask for in a game like this. As we're going to be heading into the cleanup hitter here for Clarke in Brandon O'Connor. He got a single in that first inning. Yes. Got the RBI for that, didn't he?
Probably. Middle of the order due up for the Pioneers when we come back. Due up for the Pride, I should say.
And we're back here in this 4th inning. Brendan O'Connor leading off for the Pride. Pitch from Castillo, a bit high, ball 1.
Between innings, we were talking about Jack's love life. So we'll bring that on air. That'll be fun.
Yeah. That one called for strike 1.
For all you Royals fans out there who've watched the team for the last, dozen years or so. 10. How long has he been doing that?
11.
You know,
2008.
You know who Joel Goldberg is. He does this kind of like the sideline reporting after Royals games. He hosts the post-game show and all that kind of stuff. Well, he's got a daughter, and Jack Hancock is dating that lady. What's that young lady's name?
Ellie.
Ellie Goldberg.
This one a bit outside for ball 2.
Jack sounds like he's a seasoned veteran with his voice. This man is 17 years old.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Very thankful to Pioneer Athletics for giving me all these opportunities as Brendan O'Connor rounds the bases very quickly for second. Looked like he almost, I don't know how. I would have tripped if I was running that fast, but gets a double there.
Lead-off double for the Pride. Trouble brewing early in the top of the 4th.
Legs were moving very quickly.
No. I can't see anything from here. I can't watch. I saw on Facebook, I think I'm friends with... Am I friends with your parents?
Maybe me. It might be
maybe me. Just you, okay. But you were tagged in something that I saw sang a cool Christmas song with your girlfriend.
Yes, it was a Christmas Hanukkah mashup that we wrote. It was
Right. Because
really cool.
she's from a Jewish family and sang, what did she, made something, or what was she singing?
It was a Hebrew prayer, and so we
And
kinda
then you sang Silent Night.
Yeah. Put the two together, and
Jack can sing, folks.
well, thank you. There's the bunt.
Sacrifice. 1-3. And they moved up, so infield will come in, try to cut down this tying run.
Johnny Blake now up to bat.
But you guys wrote and arranged that.
Yes,
is what
we
I
did.
saw.
We wrote and arranged.
Got some talent up here, man.
Well, thank you. It's a lot of fun spreading joy and love around the holiday time.
Sure.
What is this profile picture? That you?
Anna's doing some Facebook stalking of Jack
Actually,
right now.
You know, remarkably, that picture was taken at the Bell Cultural Events Center on MNU campus. It's performing in Madagascar, the musical, as Sherwood over to Castillo, not in time.
Base hit.
Johnny Blake going to get the RBI.
Little nubber of a hit. And nothing Sherwood can do. Couldn't come home. No chance at first. And we're tied at 2.
So just as sure as the Pioneers got the lead, Clarke came right back in and tied it up.
Who did you play in Madagascar?
I was Alex the Lion.
Man, see, he's getting big roles.
The hair. You have to grow your hair out.
Yeah, get that lion's mane.
Yeah. So Kainoa Torres up now, designated hitter, flew out to Woodley in his first at bat. Swung bit low for ball 1.
But 17-year-olds aren't on Facebook anymore, right?
You know, most aren't.
What's your social media platform of choice?
I don't know. I'm a big Instagram, Twitter.
Okay. You have an old soul.
Yes.
I think that's the key here.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Do you send emails to Ellie occasionally? I still email. I'm 45 though.
Going to call time. Go talk to Castillo after back-to-back balls to Torres, who's up now, and going to see what they can get going. A couple Pioneers up and moving in the bullpen. Can't quite see who, but look to be a couple of guys up.
Yeah. I see a right-hander. I don't know who else is out there, but yeah, this is a dangerous spot. After a mound visit, you know the pitcher's just going to try to pipe one because he's just heard from his coach to make sure you throw a strike here. So with 1 out and a 2-0 count, this hitter's going to be looking to juice one.
I would expect Torres to be, swinging for the fences with this one. And he is, but he misses. Changeup gets right past him. Gorgeous changeup right there.
Yeah.
I mean,
so throw a strike, but make it a nasty one.
yeah. Man, did he miss that one.
Another one. If you can throw changeups behind in the count, you're going to be tough to score against.
Absolutely.
3 in a row? Will we see 3 in a row?
Let's see here. Here comes the 2-2. Will it be a changeup?
Yes.
Over to Melendez. Melendez to Dio to Vogel, and that's going to retire the side. So they get out of that one with the old 5-4-3 double play. And a great effort there from Castillo to get out of that after allowing 2 hits and a run.
We get a nice fist bump here from Castillo getting out of this inning. 4-3.
How could you not be happy after that? And now Dio Cornette going to be up for the Pioneers. Flew out to the shortstop his last at bat.
It was already dead.
So quite a few ladybugs here at this Creekside
What are they doing out in 40-degree weather?
baseball park.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know the typical temperature that ladybugs venture out, but I'd imagine it's higher than 40.
Chad, to answer your question about kids on social media, wherever your family and friends are, you have to be there. So like my grandparents made Instagram so they can keep up with what we do.
Right, but also kids are running away from the adults that are at their platforms. Like we started Facebook, and the kids were getting Facebook, but Facebook is lame, so they went to Twitter. Then all the adults went to Twitter, and the kids went to Instagram. We all went to Instagram. Then they went to Snapchat, TikTok.
Oh, I guess yeah.
I'm sick of chasing kids around social media. I'm not doing it anymore.
I do enjoy the TikTok and Snapchat.
I can't do TikTok.
You know, there's some great. There's a lot of fun TikToks about baseball and like announcers for baseball and how they get their start in the day-to-day life of baseball players and announcers. They're really cool to watch.
Yeah, TikTok it is great. I will acknowledge that, but it's addictive.
Boy, is it.
You scroll through videos for 3 hours, and all of a sudden you're sitting there with trembling in the corner.
Dio Cornette fouls that one off, so it's 1-2 now.
Plus, the Chinese are trying to get us with TikTok, so, right? We've all heard that. Spy. It's all the spyware on TikTok. I don't know what kind of information they're going to glean from that, but whatever. They're trying to ban TikTok around here. I'll find something else.
The 1-2 hit hard up the middle. Great hit by Dio Cornette, almost off the face of Isaac Rohde, but
a really nice two-strike approach from Cornette. He tends to do that. He's trying to go deep early in the at-bat, but with 2 strikes, he shortens up, punches that one up the middle, and gets the Pioneers started.
Woodley up to bat now, grounded out to the third baseman in his last at-bat. It's Victor Laura over there at third, hoping not to repeat the same thing.
You might see Woodley bunt here, but
he does lay it down. Is he about to get a hit off a bunt?
Nah.
He did. A dropped ball by the first baseman brings Dio Cornette to third base and Drew Woodley to first.
That is BU sac E2. And then plus for the other guy. Will it take that?
Apologies.
Yeah, you were looking at
Apologies,
us
folks.
like.
There you go. E2 has to be first.
Okay, but it did give him a sacrifice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now Frank Vogel up to bat with runners on the corners and no out. Got a hit and a run. Scored off the RBI sac fly to center field from Maple, right?
He got us started that last inning, right?
Yep. Led off the inning.
Little tapper.
Lays a bunt down.
It wasn't a bunt. It was
Oh, it
actually
wasn't
a
a bunt.
half swing, but it does move the runner to second. It's not a sacrifice or anything, but the runner at third wasn't expecting that, so there was no way to advance. So second and third, 1 out for
This is gonna
Bryson
be
Hamilton.
Bryson Hamilton, who got all the one last at bat, hit it over the head of the second baseman, I believe, right? Was that?
I think so.
And hoping to repeat here. Or repeat that nice. It's the same situation when he had that 2 RBI double to left field.
Infield is in. He's going to want to lift one.
Got him with that breaking ball. Curved way outside.
Boy, that umpire's in a horrible spot, but Bryson is still taller than him, even though the umpire's closer. I'll leave it at that.
Swing and a miss for strike 2.
All right, Hamilton's taken 2 huge hacks. These first 2 offerings, he's going to have to shorten up and just punch one in play, hope for the best. Pioneers got to score here. First and third, nobody out. To second and third, 1 out.
So Hamilton hits it up the middle. And going to get the RBI. Oh, it dropped. He dropped it at first base.
Yeah, bounced, right? So E6 and an RBI. And the inning continues and no out recorded.
So he gets the RBI, and an error by the shortstop, Bubba Thompson, brings him in.
And we'll probably courtesy run at first with Hinojos. Looks like he's ready to go. What? Someone was yelling at something.
Bit of a confusion. I think they might
Hold
have
on.
wanted a runner interference there, as the Clarke coach is out of the dugout.
How did the inning go?
Error to reach base for Dio, when he should have been out.
Oh, Dio got the hit. The next guy got an error, right? The bunt? Unearned currently, yes.
So umpires discussing.
What could they possibly be upset about?
I think they're
Oh.
looking into Woodley running to third. Maybe a bit of interference with the shortstop. There was
That would be devastating for the Pioneers because that would eliminate the run and send everybody back and be an out.
and being out. But I mean, what can you do if there's
The fielder has a right to the ball, and if you impede his progress, then Clarke has beef, legit beef.
the Clarke coach was very unhappy. Came out of the dugout, let the umpires know.
No run, and everyone goes back.
So the umpire is going to call
Ouch.
undo all of that basically, and now we got 2 outs.
Ouch, ouch, ouch.
So
So delete that last play. Ryan's going to come out and talk. He's not going to get this overturned.
it'll be will it be Dio Cornette on third?
So
or will
call
Woodley
that.
stay on third?
It's going to be.
I believe it'll be Dio Cornette on third now. And it's going to bring up Joey Calamayo. So no RBI for Bryson Hamilton. Call it a 6-3 out.
They're going to discuss the rules. Not a lot of people know the actual rules when it comes to interference or obstruction. So Hamilton reaches on,
The error.
call it an FC, Anna. And FC6, and then Woodley is out. Try 6U INT or INT 6U. The hitter, for the hitter, FC6. The runner at third, nothing. The runner at second, 6U INT.
And so
I didn't get a replay of that, so you'll have to back it up on YouTube if you want to get a better look at that. He didn't move. The guy on third didn't move, so. Joey Calamayo up now with a 2-strike or a 2-out hit is needed, and Hinojos running at first.
So Hinojos at first. Going. They're going to throw over to third. Risky. That was risky bringing him off the bag like that.
It's just a bad throw. I think he called strike one, did he? Let's have a look.
So the score is 2-2 still after all that confusion.
He did
I
call a
believe.
strike. Strike one.
Pioneers 5 hits. Clarke 4 hits.
Yes.
Correction, Pioneers 5 hits. And Calamayo hoping to get a hit here and maybe get a run for the Pioneers, get the lead after all that confusion that gave them the lead, as this one's high, almost past ball. Great job by the catcher, Thomas Brennan, to get to that ball. And a swung on and missed for strike 3 from Calamayo. So retiring the side there. 1 hit, 2 stranded on, and no runs for the Pioneers is going to end this 4th inning. We're going to head to the 5th and hope the Pioneers stay on top. We'll be right back. This is Jack Hancock welcoming you back to Heart of America Athletic Conference Baseball. Pioneers switching up pitchers now. We're going to have Reese Helland coming in. Helland, ERA of 5. He's got a win, 7 appearances, 9 innings pitched, and 8 hits with 5 runs in those 9 innings with 7 strikeouts. So
he was excellent last year at the end of the year especially. He became the ace reliever for the Pioneers despite we had a first-team All-American closer. And it seemed like in those last few games of the year that it was Helland who was the guy in the huge leverage spots that was performing the best.
So now Brannon will be up, walked in his first at-bat and stole second, as Helland will be on the mound, hoping to get something going here for the Pioneers defensively and stay on top of it.
You got Castillo still at DH, Anna.
This one inside for ball number 2.
So we did back it up on YouTube. We looked at it, and Drew Woodley did make contact with their shortstop. It was the correct call. Frustrating, but
and there's some of that frustration right there from that. You know, he held on to that one a bit too long, and sent it pretty hard into the ground.
Spiked that one. Yeah, it's frustrating for the Pioneers. They would have taken the lead and still been threatening. Instead, they come up empty. What a huge play.
That one outside, so a 4-pitch walk to Thomas Brannon. Not the start Helland wanted, as Theron Crowder is up to bat now. Flew out to right field in his first appearance.
Helland from Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, Canada. I've always wanted to do a half inning where he's on the mound in a Canadian accent, but I might hold off for later in the year, not such a tight spot.
Yeah. Strike 1, so Crowder tries, you're going to see if he's going to lay down a bunt there. And he tries to, but pulls it back last minute for the strike. Be interested to see if he tries to bunt again, and if he does, what Helland will throw. Showing bunt, and great pitch by Helland on the bunt.
Yeah, a big overhand curveball from Helland. Really tough to bunt that one. Fouls it off 0-2.
Hit down the line, fouled off. So it's 0-2 and he fouls it off. Staying alive in the count. Doubt he's going to bunt with 2 strikes, as he has not had great success bunting so far in this at-bat.
No.
You know, we saw a 2-strike bunt in the last game. As this one's hit right between Dio and Frank Vogel. And it's going to be good for a single. And it's going to move Brannon into scoring position. So the go-ahead run on second base. Now Victor Laura up to bat. 0 for 2 in this contest.
So that was the 8-9 hole. We get a 4-pitch walk and an 0-2 base hit.
Yes, a courtesy runner at second base. Trying to lay down a bunt, but a strike on Victor Laura.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want with a hitter like Laura here. You want to stay out of a double play. This is a nice double play situation, but he's a lefty. He can get down the line. A double play is not hugely likely. I might let him swing away. You can bunt. You can do all sorts of things with really versatile hitters like this guy.
Sending a bit of a shift there. Not a bit, a huge shift there. Sherwood goes over to cover third base, and Javier Melendez came in basically in front of the catcher. Great defense.
Yeah, that's called the wheel play, and it's very risky. If he pulls that bat back and punches it, there's really nobody playing much defense on the infield, but got to throw a strike.
The bunt. They're letting it go foul, and so that's going to be a strikeout.
No, he only had the 1 strike.
Oh, I thought that was 2 strikes. That's apologies.
But nice little dance there from the nimble-footed Canadian as he jumped over that ball. Everyone's like, let it go.
Yeah. Good baseball IQ there, letting that one go foul.
Let it go. Put it in the bag. Whoops.
So now the 1-2. Swinging, hit down the left field line, foul. Be interesting to see what Helen throws him here. Hit him inside with a nice little curve.
Well, if you can trust your catcher to block it.
Kind of throw the heater, barely gets a piece of that one.
The biggest pitch of the season last year came from Reese Helland, and it was to Cross Factor, the NAIA National Player of the Year from Oklahoma City, who hit like 525 with like 30 homers. Like, it was insane.
This one hit down the line.
And we had bases loaded, 2 outs, up by 1, and we're facing Cross Factor. And Helland was able to work the count to 1-2, and then buried a curveball that Factor swung over and seemed to carry the Pioneers to victory, and then again the next day. Good take from Laura. He's a really nice hitter.
Great take there. It's interesting. Cross Factor's, I assume, sister, Cheyenne Factor, softball player at Oklahoma State. Been incredibly electric for the Cowgirl softball team this season and for the last couple years. Maybe they're twins. I think she's a senior as well. This one's outside.
He graduated last year.
Oh, he graduated last
but
year.
there could be fifth-year COVID people and whatnot.
So a full count now to Victor Laura.
But the Factors can play some round ball, can't they?
Boy, can they. Hit into foul territory. Staying alive. It's been an 8-pitch at-bat. This is going to be the 9th pitch of the at-bat.
This is one of those pivotal moments.
If you're Helland, you know, it's a strikeout here could be huge. Fouled off, staying alive. Like the Bee Gees said, staying alive.
The only pitch that's going to strike out a hitter like Laura is that bounced curveball, but risking that in this situation, he can take it for ball 4. Obviously, he's good enough to do that, and it could get away, and so it's not really part of the repertoire in this situation.
They're going to send the runners, and he's going to swing and a miss. Potential double play in time at third base and second base. So the attempted hit and run there, double steal, and we've got 1 out.
Wow. Yeah, they both get stolen bases there. Put an SB on each thing. And wow, what a pitch from Helland. Kind of up and away, tailing away from Laura. Now, essentially, he had a successful at-bat. He may as well have gotten that bunt down earlier. It's second and third, 1 out, but huge strikeout for Helland.
And it was also big in getting up in the pitch count of Helland. He's at 19 pitches now. He's only faced 3 batters. So after that at-bat,
yeah.
Greg Bennett, single in the first inning, scored.
Pioneers bring the infield in. Huge risk here.
Outside. Ow. They got the out at home plate.
No way.
The throw from Hamilton is in time to Helland. Home plate umpire's going to say.
No chance. I'm going to replay that.
It's
but you got that, Anna? He's out 2-1, the guy from third, and then the other guy just a plus. There's no caught stealing or wild pitch or anything.
Wow, remarkable there. Let's see if he got him. So gets away from him.
That's not caught stealing, right?
No.
Hustle from Helland. I think he got him in time.
Maybe he did.
Man, was that close. And that's going to be called for strike 2. So that is exactly what Reese Helland hoped would happen in a situation like that. Getting a free out there.
Yeah, a free out, not necessarily exactly what he expected. I'm going to bounce this one and get him out at home.
And
Yeah. But, yeah, that's a huge play.
fouls it off.
I think the umpire saw that the play did beat him, but I don't know if Helen actually made that initial tag on his hand. That's what that's what the runner was saying. He's like, no, he never touched me. But from the umpire's view, he's kind of blocked off there.
What a bit low, and there.
That's a great take. How do you not swing at that? It was in the zone a long time and then dove underneath it. Really nice take from who's this 2-hole? Bennett?
Yeah, Bennett. Crowder over there on third. He's taking quite a substantial lead. Basically halfway to home plate. He's starting to run. And there's a called strike 3. Reese Helland, back-to-back strikeouts, ending the inning, getting out of that with runners on second and third. Only giving up 1 hit and no runs in that, stranding a runner on third.
Well, he had it in the bag.
Boy, did he. That's all a part of his process out there, and great work from Reese Helland.
Ooh, is he giving him a little look? Ooh, little sauce from the Canadian.
So we're going to head into the top of the lineup here in the 5th inning for the Pioneers. Going to have Sean Maple, speaking of Maple, Canada.
There you go.
And then Bryson Sherwood and Javier Melendez. I believe this is still Isaac Rohde on the mound. Another Clarke pitcher going in short sleeves today in this bitterly cold.
Right. Where's he from? He's got to be a Midwesterner, right?
He is, from, Rice Lake, Wisconsin. So
this is nothing.
With the wind chill, it feels like 35 degrees. Nothing
goodness.
for him.
Yeah, he's fine.
For us, 35 is pretty cold.
It is, yeah.
As Sean Maple steps into the box, takes the first pitch for a ball.
I grew up right under Wisconsin, northeastern Illinois. Gets cold.
Where in Illinois?
Zion. About an hour north of Chicago, as close as you can get to Wisconsin without getting in there.
Inside, but strike 2. Maple stands really close to the plate in the box. Takes that one for ball 2.
For what? Could probably come up with something. Some sort of Bluetooth situation. 2-2.
Full count now.
3-2.
So a full count to Sean Maple. See what he does here. He swings and misses on that one. Wanted all of it, but couldn't have any. As Bryson Sherwood will be up now. He got a single in the 3rd inning. Part of that rally inning for the Pioneers.
I was confused as to what that pitch was, and I think Sean Maple was too. He looked back like, how did I miss that? I'm going to look at that again in a second.
So here's Sherwood inside, brushes him on the shoulder.
Nope,
No.
Stay here. Absolutely. He turned into that, and that's a strike.
So strike 1.
I'll show you again. He did.
He's not very happy after that one.
He chicken winged it. He did. I saw it.
Coach is coming out to talk.
I think he's wanting to know if it's a strike or not, though. Oh, I don't know if he did.
Didn't look to be like he leaned, turning his head away from the pitch, but
it was close.
Fouls that one off, so now he's got 2 strikes to him. So here comes the 0-2. Gets contact on it, up to the second baseman, and he bobbles it. So Jose Perez bobbles it.
E4.
On the error, Sherwood will make it to first.
Here's the pitch to Maple. What was this? He's looking around like, what My bat failed me. What's wrong with you?
A hole in the bat.
Yeah. I mean, it was just a fastball. Hittable. Whatever. It happens.
And so now Javier Melendez will take the plate. He's got an RBI to his name in the third inning. This one's fouled off.
Are Reese's parents watching? Question from, I think, Herb Albertson. H. Albertson. I think so. I met Reese's dad at the World Series last year.
This one hit into foul territory. Can't quite see what's going on, but I believe it's foul.
Yeah. Everyone's acting like it's foul. I'll trust them.
These blue canopies, I'm sure they're great to provide some shade during the summer, but
Yeah.
hard to see.
This press box needs to be about 30 feet higher to be effective.
Swing and a miss for that one. And strike three. Wanted all of it, couldn't have it. Javier Melendez goes down, so Castillo up to bat now. Flown out in his last two appearances. So this is the Pioneers playing the South Division of the Heart of America Athletic Conference, as this one's off the glove of Bubba Thompson, and it's going to get through.
Pretty sure.
Castillo's going to reach on the error there.
Well, was it though? Was it just right to him or what?
Appeared to be right to him.
Oh, no. Base hit.
Base hit, okay.
It was short hopped him, ate him up.
Well, even better for Castillo, as now Dio Cornett is at the plate. Clarke is from the North Division of the Hart Conference. As this one's hit into the gap, they're going to send Sherwood home. Sherwood's going to score.
Nice.
So there's a little RBI from Dio Cornett.
A big two-out hit from Dio.
And it's going to put the Pioneers.
Unearned run.
It's going to put the Pioneers on top.
But RBI, yes.
So an RBI. We've got a final from the Central Methodist Purdue State game, 15-2.
Oh, good for them.
Mount Mercy beating Evangel in the second of their contest today, and Park is beating William Penn 7-2.
That sounded like a ball, but I'm not sure what happened on that first pitch. Can anyone see the scoreboard? Awesome.
Outside, going to be ball 2.
We think.
So here comes the 2-0, maybe, fouled off.
Castillo on second. You'd love to pinch run for in a situation like this, but if you pinch run for the DH, he's burnt. So there's no re-entry for the DH like there are with other positions.
This one hit into center field by Woodley. Is Bennett going to be there? He is. So the Pioneers score 1 run off that hit from Dio Cornett. He gets the RBI there. 2 hits for the Pioneers. And an error. And 2 stranded. So Pioneers move up. They're up 3-2 now. Going into the top of the 6th. Be interesting to see if, I would assume Helland will be back out there for the Pioneers. Be curious to see what
Let's
they go
have a
with.
look. It looks like Christian Hurtado.
So Hurtado going to be coming in. Been pretty electric. That's an understatement for this Pioneer team. He's 2.45 ERA, 7 innings pitched, giving up 6 hits, but 13 strikeouts in those 7 innings pitched. 222 batting average against him. You know, it's interesting. Trevino's got a 186 batting average against him.
Yeah, he's hard to hit. Hurtado last year was pretty much the 3 or 4 starter, depending on how you want to define it. And then in the postseason and in the World Series, which is also the postseason, he was out of the bullpen and was really nice. Looked good. He kind of has, if you're facing him one time, it's not pleasant, and so it's kind of been his role this year, and he's been excellent.
So
13 Ks in 7 innings.
Can't get much better than that. This Helen Hurtado, we were talking earlier, kind of reminds us of that like Herrera-Davis feel of the Royals rotation.
Right. If you're trying to get a nickname, the double H,
The Double H.
triple H. Do we have more guys in the bullpen with H's? Henry Hathorn. We need to get Henry Hathorn going. He's only thrown 2 innings this year. He does have 3 strikeouts and no runs given up, so he's been good. If we can get him regularly, we can have Triple H out of the bullpen.
But Double H will do for now, as Hurtado's been impressive this season. So leading off will be Bubba Thompson. Bubba Thompson to lead off here. No hits in this contest. Grounded out to the third baseman and the second baseman.
What is Hurtado? 6'4", 6'5"? He's a monster out there. I don't know if I have that listed.
It's got to be around there. Oh, we have a defensive substitution for the Pioneers. It's going to be Ronnie Nowak out there at third base.
What? Is that right?
I believe so.
I wonder
Melendez comes out.
I don't know if I've even said that name this year. Did he call that a strike or what?
He did not.
Okay.
Ball 1.
He did some motion. I couldn't tell.
So Ronnie Nowak out there at third. I wonder. Gonna lay down the bunt right down the first base line. It's gonna take a bounce, hit in the turf, and go foul.
Huh. No, what's his name? Nowak?
Novak.
Nope.
Number 3.
Yeah, that's his first appearance of the season.
First appearance, all right.
He's not in here.
Well, congratulations. It's a junior from
Right.
Munster, Indiana.
I lived in Indiana for 8 years. I don't remember Munster.
So Bubba's at bat, swing and fouled off.
Should be 2 strikes, right?
Yeah, 1 and 2 now.
Okay. How are we spelling Munster? Just straight up? M-U-N?
M-U-N, like the cheese. Here's the 1-2 hit down the line, and fair.
Sorry.
Bubba Thompson's going to go and get a double after that hit down the line.
And they've had traffic on the bases to start off every inning, it seems, doesn't it?
It really does.
Here it is again. I couldn't switch the camera. Oh, that was off the cap. And there he goes, and there he is. Unlucky for Hurtado, made his pitch.
So Hurtado's got a runner in scoring position on second base over there.
Look for the bunt here and look for the new third baseman.
And there's the bunt, and there is Nowak over to first.
No problem. He's a professional.
So that was O'Connor, and now Jose Perez up to bat.
Pioneers will bring the infield in.
Perez had some great bunting earlier in this, advanced a runner to second. And he flew out to center field in his other at-bat, so we'll be curious to see here what he can do.
Fouled that away. So Munster, Indiana is right by the border of Illinois and Indiana.
Oh.
So whenever I would cross into Indiana going to school or back, they would be
This one fouled off.
just south of 90, near Gary. It's more for my information. I don't know why I'm talking out loud.
Is it A-okay? It's
What's
great to get the insight on Ronnie Nowak.
What's the count? Here we go.
So the 0-2 from Hurtado to Perez. You know, Hurtado been electric all season. Let's see what he can do here. Ahead in the count, 0-2. Hit right at Sherwood. Sherwood gets the glove on it. Over to first base, and there's the out. Hit him.
And he's hurt.
I don't think that hit him where he wanted it to.
Oh, did it? Got him. That ball was a missile.
Really was. Hit him hard.
Let's check this again. So, 2 balls, 1 struck.
That was a good one.
That's Jerry B. Jenkins' joke right there. I get to use it about once a year. There's nothing the trainer can do. The trainer comes out and says, well, Bryson, this is going to hurt for about 15 minutes. I don't know what to tell you.
Yep. The importance of...
And some infielders don't wear cups, especially shortstops where you're further away. So,
gotta hope Sherwood was. Got to hope.
I never did. When I got out from behind the plate, those things are so uncomfortable. I didn't wear one at first base. But more uncomfortable than what he is now. So
yeah.
I don't know.
You would think by now with the technology they will make something more comfortable.
Ain't no technology. All right, 2 outs. That was a great play by Sherwood.
2 outs. Great play by Sherwood to somehow get the out there. Johnny Blake up to bat now.
And keep the runner at third at the same time.
Just a bit outside.
Yeah. Reese Helen's mom and aunt are watching.
Well, welcome to the Helens.
Yeah.
Do you think he'll start tomorrow?
Will he start? No. No. He'll be available out of the pen again after 25 pitches or so. That's not too bad.
Got 16 mile per hour winds now, reaching up to gusts of around 27 miles per hour, which is
It's a lot.
it's a lot of wind.
Hannah, this camera 2 is a little dark between innings. We might work on that. 4-pitch walk.
Hurtado gets walks
Yeah.
Johnny Blake.
That contrast from the sky, right? Let's do this.
Hurtado's 6th walk on the season. And hoping to reaffirm himself, get back into it mentally as Torres is up to bat. Torres last at bat hit into a double play. Umpire taking some time here, unsure what's maybe an equipment malfunction.
I think there's some sort of sub happening. 21 is hitting. Is that... No, that's Torres. Did they run for anybody?
Doesn't appear to be. Believe that is still Johnny Blake on first. So Torres at the plate now. And here comes the fresh count from Hurtado. They sent in Swartz to run over there at first base for Johnny Blake.
And he steals second.
And a steal for Swartz. As Torres watches that for strike 1. Strike 2 called. Hurtado really gets that a lot of rotation with his hips in his throw.
Yeah, he's a tough matchup. Throws hard. He's been throwing really hard this year, coming out of the pen where you just blow it up for 1 inning, maybe 2.
Basically puts himself perpendicular with the batter as he gets the called strike 3. So no runs and 1 hit, 2 stranded. We're going to head into the bottom of the 6th. It'd be interesting to see if they throw Rhodey back out there.
Oh, they will. Doesn't get any better than him. May as well stick him out there. Boy, he just froze him right there. Hurtado's not even pumped. He's like, yeah, I expect to do things like this.
You know, that's kind of what you need from your pitchers.
Absolutely.
The confidence and being able to stay in it mentally.
David Helland is watching as well, the father. All the Hellands watching from wherever they are in Canada. Moose Jaw and the surrounding areas.
How cold is it? You should ask how cold
What's your temperature there in Moose Jaw today?
Celsius count.
Do you use Celsius? Do you guys have running water in Moose Jaw?
Or frozen water.
Yeah, or is it all frozen? I'm pretending to be the uneducated American about Canada.
Actually, remarkably, in a look around the Heart of America Athletic Conference, Peru State is currently up 1-0 on Central Methodist.
What? I mean, Peru's good. It's not like they're just going to get destroyed every game.
They got destroyed.
Well, I know, but you got a different pitcher out there now. That's the thing about baseball. It's a different team every game.
Yep.
Every 4 games, I guess.
And Park currently beating William Penn 7-2. Park won earlier today. Some great baseball in the Heart of America Athletic Conference. Some solid teams.
Yeah.
Be hard to face. As Frank Vogel steps up to the plate after getting a single in the 3rd inning. And
Is it Herb Albertson watching? Are you the bursar at MNU? How do I know that name? And
strike one.
the reason I know the word bursar is because of the musical Hamilton. They mention you punch the bursar?
This one a bit low for ball 2.
And I didn't know what a bursar was, so I looked it up. Called strike. Negative 10 Celsius. What is that, Anna? What's the conversion? Called strike
Called
3.
Strike 3. Man, not what Vogel was expecting there. As Bryson Hamilton's going to be back up to bat. He's been on base in all of his appearances in this game. The confusion of the 4th inning with his hit that was an RBI, then it wasn't. This one inside.
14 degrees in Fahrenheit in Moose Jaw.
Man.
As Frank Vogel's brother also watching. His brother strikeout looking. Sorry about that. Frank Vogel's father was in the White Sox organization back in the day.
Wow. 1-1. Hamilton wanted all of that one.
Yeah, Hamilton's got one speed. He's swinging from his shoes, and that's why he's got good slug numbers despite the batting average that leaves little to be desired.
So, you know, today he's been hitting pretty well today. He's been getting on base. He's
It's what you want. You got to get a little bit of production out of that spot behind the plate. The Pioneers have been struggling to find it this season, especially after what we had for 5 years previous.
As he swings for that one and can't get it, going to bring up Joey Calamayo. Calamayo struck out both of his appearances today.
Joshua Sandoval was putting up otherworldly numbers for the last 5 years behind the plate. So, a little bit different.
Calamayo attempts to lay down a bunt, hoping the wheels can take him all the way to first.
Swinging. It's been a tough matchup for Calamayo today. I think he's seen nothing but strikes.
Yeah, and you know he
that's right.
He had that 4th inning where we thought he'd lay down a squeeze attempt, but he did not.
Sean Maple's from Australia, and his Brett Maple is some relation. I don't know what. Probably father. Watching from Australia since Game 1 started at 3 a.m.
Wow.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
I guess they didn't have daylight savings today.
Calamayo barely stays alive. A little bit of contact there. Sean Maple is my idol, says Nico Teberge. Nico Taber's a soccer player watching baseball. Thank you very much. I know how hard that is for you.
And there's Calamayo going down on strikes again.
Pioneers.
So the Pioneers going to go out in the 7th. Hope that this will be it.
When did we score the 3rd run?
It was in the 5th inning.
So
Dio Cornette RBI.
So if the score holds, Helland would get the victory and Hurtado the save if we can close it out here.
Speaking of Australia, Team Australia they've been doing okay in the World Baseball Classic. Two wins, 1 loss.
Have you been watching?
I have. I've been enjoying quite a bit.
I do not care about the World Baseball. I'm as big a baseball fan as you will see, and I do not care about the WBC. I don't know why. I don't watch it. But some awesome. Well, there's that because America's superior, she says. But that's hardly true in baseball. From Colombia, does Colombia have a team?
He's from Venezuela and he has double nationality, so he's playing for Colombia.
Cool. But I like, the Puerto Rican team and the Dominican team is always loaded with MLB stars.
Yeah. Both teams this year been pretty good. U.S. got a win yesterday over Great Britain.
I saw that Great Britain's uniforms were made on Microsoft Word with just a Helvetica font that they copy and pasted on there. I saw a meme about that. Frank Vogel's brother Dom and Nick watching. Thanks for watching. Marco Izurieta watching too. What's going on with soccer players watching baseball? You guys are on spring break with nothing to do, huh?
Well, maybe they're supporting their own people.
Supporting MNU. Yeah. I know. There's a rift between soccer and baseball players.
As Thomas Brennan steps into the box. First pitch looked at for a ball. Hurtado's still out there.
In one camp, you have the most popular game in the world, and in the other camp, they claim they have the hardest game in the world, and so they butt heads about it.
That one taken for strike 1.
We also have the sibling teams, so we don't know if they are siblings.
Oh, who's your sibling team, men's soccer, for the Pioneers? Is it baseball?
No, softball is
2-1 now to Brennan. Brennan's walked in both of his appearances today and stolen 2 bases. I guess he had a courtesy runner for both those steals. It was, but still, he's done a decent job with getting on base as this one's hit into right center field. And Joey Calamayo is there to make the catch.
Big first out, always huge. There are 2 cameras, Herb, this one and this one. We'll probably go with 3, possibly even 4 when we're at home and have all the bells and whistles.
Karen Crowder up to bat now, singled in the 5th inning. Stole a base. This one outside for ball 1. Great setup here by the Pioneer Athletic Department. Great cameras and
appreciate it.
Great production team. As this one's hit into left field right over Sherwood's head. It's going to be a hit for Crowder.
Tying run aboard.
So Victor Laura, go ahead run at the plate.
Was he a switch hitter? He is. Look at that.
Struck out in his last appearance.
I don't know where to point the 4th camera if we have 4. We would like to have one on the field, kind of a mobile camera.
Oh.
And then center field cam.
First pitch for a strike.
This is the standard center field cam, press box cam, handheld cam on the field. But we can put a 4th one on there. I don't know where, though. Point it at first base or something.
At the batter.
Good take. Yeah, that side view from the batter, possibly. We did talk about that, didn't we? There's a good angle for that, too. But we're in a tight one here. Let's talk about this game.
Yeah, man, is it close. 3-2 in the top of the 7th here. Hurtado hoping to come in and get the save. And it's 2-1 now. We got the go-ahead runner at the plate in Victor Laura.
Top of the order for the Pride.
Watches that one for a ball. 3-1 now.
Hurtado missing with the last 3 pitches down. Might be overthrowing just a touch. Try to recalibrate here, but it's a big 3-1 pitch for Clarke's top hitter, average-wise anyway. As
ball on the field.
Yeah, Dio's going to chase down a foul ball from field 6.
Park game.
Yeah, Park and William Penn over there.
Park is leading pretty handedly in that one, 7-2. This one hit up the middle to Dio Cornette. 4-6. And unable to grab it is Frank Vogel.
What's happening? We're in a rundown now.
We're in a rundown, and he gets him.
What happened?
Unsure what happened there, but the Pioneers win.
Yeah, that's all that matters, really. But for
so Hamilton comes in and runs him down. Don't know if the camera could see that. I couldn't.
Okay, so fielder's choice 4-6, and then the ball gets away. Bryson Hamilton was backing the play up, fires to second, so 2, and then who is that? Dio?
Yep, Dio throws.
Dio runs him all the way back, so 2-4 on the other guy. It's separate plays. It's not really a GDP. But technically, a double play, and the Pioneers win.
And the Pioneers win. Great performance by the Pioneers today. The bats were going against left-handed pitcher Isaac Rohde, somehow able to stay hot with RBIs from Javier Melendez and Bryson Sherwood, as well as Sean Maple with the sac fly. And Dio Cornette even had that great RBI single.
Wow, just unlucky for the hitter. Who was that? The 2-hole?
Was
Bennett? Or was it Laura?
I believe it was Laura.
Laura, yes. Laura sees the ball get away, makes the turn. He's got to get to second there with 2 outs to get in scoring position, but the ball bounced right to Bryson Hamilton.
Wow. Great. You know, that's why
that's
why you practice backing up the first baseman on throws like that. And it paid off for the Pioneers as they pick up 2 wins today, and they'll be back tomorrow, hopefully, as weather permitting. And we will be on the call for that one. This has been Jack Hancock and Chad Jenkins signing off.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Love you.